So hello from Green-Mopeds at Strawberry Hill. So today we're going to give a quick overview of the new U Pro. And we thought the first thing we'd do is show it alongside its bigger brothers. Here we've got it next to a Model M and a Model N or NGT, just to give you an idea of the size. It is, relatively speaking, quite a small bike. It only weighs 59 kilos. It's only 1.6 meters long. One thing that people do like about this bike, or which could be one reason that they choose it, is that the seat height is quite low. You might not get that from looking at this video, but essentially the seat height on this bike is only 72 centimeters. The M Plus, for example, is more like 75, and the N would be similar to that. So it is good if, let's say, you're shorter and you need to get on a bike that can still you can still touch the ground and things like that. Looking around the bike, as you can see, it comes with a little rear rack built in. You can put what's called a short rack on top of that, which then allows you to add a top box. It does have these sort of little feet extensions to give you more space. As I said, it is relatively small. It's only 59 kilos all in, and that includes the 5 kilo battery. So you're talking literally 53 kilos without a battery. So it's sort of quite ideal for putting on the back of a camper van, or being if you needed a bike that will enable you to go take it inside, for example. As I said, it's 1.6 meters long. It's still an L1E category moped, so it still does 28 miles an hour. It has got a maximum incline of 13 degrees. So being a 1200 watt motor, which is the same as the M Plus, but being lighter, does make it feel quite nippy. As you can see down here, it also, they've managed to put in disc brakes front and back, so that's quite a good achievement for such a low cost bike. It's at £1,359 after the grant, so that's as in the price you pay, and then there'd be OTR on top of that. The battery is relatively small. It's as I said, 5 kilos in weight, and it is a 21 ampere battery. So as you can see here, you know, it's pretty tiny. It's probably the same depth as M Plus, but probably only half the width, and hence that's why the range of this bike is only 15 to 20 miles. So that is obviously a big consideration there. If you need something that you definitely need to go above that, then the M Plus would be an option. There is, as you can see, hardly any space under the seat. You can, as it shows here, run the charger and plug it in there, or you can take the battery out and just plug it in to the charger directly, and that's a 13 amp plug that goes on the end, so you'll just be able to charge it off of any domestic plug. This is just to show you what you get in the box. So this is obviously a spare key, an alarm fob, and the user manual. Within the user manual, it will include the QR code to connect this bike to an app. So NIU are sort of quite famous for their app, which allows you to track the bike and to test the bike remotely and check for any errors and things like that. So that is a good feature, a well-known feature of the new brand. This would be the key where you open the seat if you wanted to do so. Moving round, here you see they've still managed to get in a USB port for your phone, a little place to store some stuff, and a bag hook. This key isn't actually needed to start the bike. It's needed for the steering lock, which is here, and you plug that in and push it like that, and then you would be able to lock the steering column. What you do need is the alarm to unlock it, and this is actually how you start it. Okay, so here you see on the dashboard, anyone who's used to NIU will recognise most of this. Here you can see that it's cloud connected, so that means it's got GSM and GPS built in, which means that you can track either where it's gone or more importantly where it's going if it was unfortunately stolen. Okay, so as you can see here, there are 2 modes. So the modes can be changed sort of at will through these mode switches here, and that essentially is, as you can see on the left, going between mode 1 and 2. So mode 1 would be about 10 miles an hour, and mode 2 would be up to 28. Okay, and you can just change these at will. You don't have to worry about releasing the throttle or whatever. Here you've got hazard lights, which interestingly on this bike don't make a noise. So those of you who know about NIU will be sort of expecting the traditional bing bong that the NIU bikes make. These bikes don't do that, although they do have the self-cancelling feature that you get on NIU, but no noise, which is interesting because every other bike in their range does do that. Going around the front here, you see you've got LED lights front and back. Okay, and as I said, this is the steering lock, but you don't need the key to actually run the bike. One thing that some people sometimes get caught out on is actually how to turn it off. So you do actually have to press and hold the start button for that to happen. Another good feature about this bike is actually the alarm system, and within the app it allows you to track where the bike has gone, but it's also got this system where the wheels are locked. See, I'm trying to push against the alarm and it isn't letting me do that. Okay, so it's using the fact that it can control the rear hub motor, and it's locking that if the alarm goes off. So you cannot just roll this bike away if the alarm is set. Okay, so quite a good feature. If you need to disable the alarm, else it'll keep doing it. Okay, so it is an entry-level bike. It comes in 4 colours, although only 3 are available in the UK. There's this red, there is a black with red stripes, so similar to the NGT, so black with red stripes there, or a white. The turquoise or blue that they show on the website of the NIU website isn't actually available in the UK at the moment. As I said, you can add things like a rear short rack, which will allow you to put a top box on it. There are also baskets that you can get. So there can be a centrally mounted basket here. There's even baskets that you can put on the front if you wanted to. But essentially, the rear rack is probably the best option. So as I said, it's 1359. So you can more than happy to have you down and for you to test ride it and see what you think. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us at hello@greenmopeds.com. Thanks very much.